Wiktor, why are so many big YouTubers starting Skool communities?
I would say the biggest problems for YouTubers is that they don't know how to make money and do not rely on the algorithms for their livelihood. So Skool is like a platform that enables them to generate income and also to enable them to don't create a new product or feel scammy about it. It's just a community of people that want to connect. Also, on another note, they don't need to know what their audience wants in terms of product. They can just create a free community, and a lot of the times it finds like what you think they want is not what they actually want. And it's very different than just content. Content is just kind of one way. I mean, a lot of creators try to create this conversation through polls and things like that, but it's still very much like broadcasting. It's just like email. And community is very much a two-way conversation. So you can serve people more, and also you can get members to serve for each other. I mean, like you're doing this podcast, right? You kind of like, you're a member, but you're also serving the community and you're also serving yourself. And me and Andrew were talking about it, that if you didn't start this podcast, we probably should have started. But like we didn't, we just waited, like it worked.
That's right. Like, why start something when the community will do it for you, hey?
Yeah, exactly. And a lot of, for example, in synthesizers, with the community me and Andrew were working on quite some time ago, we had incredible guides and resources. Like there was one guy who created a 2-hour course on editing shorts. There was a guy who created like a beautiful post on like everything you need as a YouTuber, from thumbnail split testing to like the guides to outlining your avatar. And like, we should do that, but we just didn't do it. We just waited over time, and like people started doing that, and we just highlighted this person. He got his status, he probably got some clients, and we just like people still associated with us. But we're very like surprised how those communities can like collaborate together to create something to like fill in the gaps.
Yeah, and it's interesting. We had a conversation a couple of weeks ago with somebody, and they kind of made the point that actually deep down inside of all of us, we're all looking for an opportunity to be useful, to serve other people, to add a meaningful contribution to any sort of, tribe or any sort of community that we find ourselves. And it's really cool because Skool kind of gives people the opportunity to do that inside the niche that they love.
Oh, 100%. And it's relatively so seamless. I mean, our goal is to make it as easy as listing your house on Airbnb. I mean, it's like moms and like 80-year-olds do that. So we want to optimize for like that like the French, right? Not like, techie 20-year-olds. It's more to like people who are like on the edges. If we can serve them, that's like everybody in between, they will just like by default do that.
So you work at growth at Skool, and you and your team have been responsible for bringing some of the biggest creators on the platform. What was that process like? Because that must have been really, really fun to find these creators and then work with them to actually give them a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to just make transformational impact in their community's lives and also make a transformational amount of money in the process.
Oh, it's been a very fun one. So we've been, like, before Alex partnered up with Skool and stuff like that, we've been bringing other creators before that. I mean, maybe you recall like Hamza or people like Jack Demo or Luke Dement, people with like huge following as well. But it haven't been easy, to say the least, because I mean they're like busy. They need to keep up this content treadmill to just keep posting, keep making money from it, and they don't really have time. And second of all, they don't really have that much money, even if they have quite a good following. Mm-hmm. So what we did is we assembled a small outbound team, and also we started to post content, and we just gave them like incredible offer. It's like, look guys, we have this community, and we called it like Creator Monetize. So we help creators monetize, and we run it like an info business. It was kind of, but like our claim was like, we'll do everything, like, and we'll teach you for free, right? That's the offer is you have to just use Skool, right? So you get like an expert, which is Andrew, who sold $1 million online. You get me, who like done also some things online, And you also get like my weekly coaching calls, Andrew weekly coaching calls. You get access to Andrew's course. You get parts of my course, like the in terms of like operations, stuff like that. And that was the offer. And a lot of people bought into that, and the sales calls were like, at the end you just say it's free. So they were bumped. They were like excited for it, but like you were selling the method, not like the offer. Really, it's like you're selling them to like change what they're doing, like change kind of the entire how they think about making money online, from just posting, relying on the algorithms, to being a community creator, to start your own product, to like don't rely on sponsorship. So it was kind of a hard sale, but we found out that we can get someone to join for free and be resistant to like change anything, and they are in this group of people who think the same, and over time give them 2-3 months and they come back to us, okay, we want to do it. So it was like the process.
That's awesome. And I mean, you mentioned earlier a lot of YouTubers can feel scammy whenever they promote products that are just not that good, or it doesn't align with their values. And you can tell whenever a creator feels uncomfortable, but they have to do it for the money. Maybe they're trying to quit their full-time job, or maybe they're just trying to make a living. And you see it all the time, maybe with like video game channels that are like really focused on like a really specific game. Ted Carr in the community, he gave the example of RuneScape. And then they'll promote like just some random, totally different game, and everyone's watching the video like, what? Like, that makes no sense. You don't even play that game. Whereas Skool allows creators to like really make money on the thing that they care about and the thing that they're passionate about. And I think that just makes so much more sense for everyone involved.
Yeah, and it's just amazing like how much money you can make. I mean, a lot of people that we were just like telling them the numbers that some of the creators we helped got to, was just like they were kind of like suspicious. If we were like,
Yeah.
is it legit? But like truly, if you have good enough following, you can make 60, 80, 100K per month for your recurring. And I mean, you've seen the number one, the Canada, like this guy compared to some of the people inside of our community is relatively small. I mean, like
Sure.
Luke has like 7, 8 million followers on all the platforms. So it's like a order of magnitude more. And it's just a matter of like promoting it, doing the basics right, and doing it for quite some time, and people start noticing. And even if you don't want to go all in, just change your whole business, just start a free one, promote it with friends, and see how they like it.
For sure, dude. Yeah, Kevin Kelly has a really good thing where he talks about 1,000 true fans. And I think Skool is the first platform that allows that 1,000 true fan philosophy to really, really express itself, because it's simple maths. Like you say, if you have 1,000 people in your group around that niche, around that passion that you love, and they're giving you $100 a month, that's 100K a month. Like, that's insane.
Yeah, and I've seen also groups with people who have very small followings that are able to get to the pretty good numbers. I mean, to be honest, like you don't need much to like quit your job. You just like, I would much rather take less money and make it sustainable than take more money that's like one a feast and famine, right?
Yeah.
And like truly, how much money do you like need to survive? I mean, most people it's like 6 to 8K. So it's not that like you don't need to make 100K per month. And also another thing is I believe that there will be like another wave of people who, just like before YouTube, there was no like YouTubers. Like there was no like a job like that. There was no like influencers like 20 years ago. I mean, they were like movie stars and stuff like that. So I think they could become like a community builder. It's like a person who is just like good at building communities, good at facilitating conversations, good at like empowering other people to do well and to flourish. And that could become like a next thing. And that would be absolutely incredible, because especially in like there's a loneliness like epidemic to a certain extent. I mean, you can take a look at like statistics. People are like the loneliest they ever been because of like maybe social media or things like that, and that's like the antidote to that, like communities connecting with people. Now wherever I go in like the world, like I've been to New York, LA, or whatever, I just look up some people in my community and like create a montage and like synthesize like the communities I'm part of, and I just like look up people, message them, and I met everywhere I go. I meet up people from school.
So, like, what are we going to call ourselves? Like, so YouTube obviously has YouTubers. Are we like schoolers? Are we going to see like school game millionaires? Like, well, has there been like an identity officially created yet?
Oh, we wanted to emerge. That's that's the story. I think maybe like a community builder,
Mm.
community creator. What do you think?
I don't know. I really like I like the word creator a lot.
Hmm.
I've heard some people say community owner, and I don't know if that quite fits well for me. I also like the word curator, so I don't know. I think at the minute I say school creator, but I've also seen a lot of people in the community say schoolers. So I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see how it plays out.
Yeah, if people like start using like one of them a lot, that would be a good sign. Yeah, it's like the evolution, like
Yeah.
the ones that are the best, the strongest will like survive.
May the best nickname endure. So this is kind of interesting because your last part of your career has been spent bringing big YouTubers and creators onto the Skool platform, and you've done it really well. But we're starting to see like lots of other people inside Skool do something similar, where maybe they don't have a big audience themselves, but they're partnering with YouTubers, and they're like, hey, I can help you run this community. We can both change a lot of lives together. We can both make a lot of money. And so they're actually starting to partner up with people who have a big audience. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, and solves a huge problem. Pretty much all creators I ever spoke with that are like creators at heart, they don't really want to be business people. They want to make money, but all they want to do is just to like do their craft, which is either creating videos or writing or things like that. But they want to like survive, so they need to do this business thing for a minute and then come back to this, their love. So if they can find somebody who like for 30, 50, whatever percent of their revenue, profit, or however the deal is structured, they can do that. That's like their dream. I mean, I know uh, some of the creators I work with. I mean, I helped hire this exact avatar. I mean, I called them like the COO, like your number two, and I helped hire those people, and like especially people with like management experience, especially people with like copywriting experience are incredible because they're like they think clearly, they can like give you oppositions to a lot of like creative minds, they have a lot of ideas. I've worked with enough of them to like know that they're like they have a lot of ideas, but this is sometimes like the follow through. So just like finding those like integrators is just immense transformation if this second person is like can be like a opposition and someone who's like a strong force that will get things done.
Yeah, and it's kind of meta because we have Sam and Alex kind of modeling this for us on a bigger level, where it's like Hormozi's really, really good at the promotion and Sam's
Yeah.
really, really good at the building. And so they have kind of like got that bit of a partnership. And if they can do it, well, I guess all of us in the community, we've got permission to do it as well.
Yeah, yeah, that would be incredible, especially like if more people do it, because like you would be surprised how like how little money some of the huge creators are making, and how much money they could be making with like very few changes, but they just don't know it. And it's like if they have like an offer and like a like a community, and also they know what people want and they have decent copywriting, like they could 10x their income like on average, like of course this is a huge generalization, but it's just untapped.
Final question, Victor. If you could bring one YouTuber or one creator onto the Skool platform, who would it be?
Hmm. Good question. I would say I would say probably like Film Booth. And maybe you've heard about him.
I love his videos, dude. I
Yeah,
feel like I know very little about YouTube, but the little I know comes from Film Booth.
yeah. He or like Colin and Samir, those two people, because those people are like influencers of influencers.
That's
They're like
right.
if you get like one person like that or like few people like that, you have them all. So That's my thinking. It's like in terms of impact, they would be the biggest.
That's awesome. Well, Wiktor, I am excited to get a message from you. Not even a message. It'll be like a goodwill hunting moment where I just see Colin and Samir and Film Booth just like randomly in the Skool games community. And I'll just have like a single tear fall down my cheek. I'll be like, Wiktor, he did it, man. He did it.
Yeah. Waiting for that as well.
So yeah, if you still haven't joined Skool yet, you're really interested in finding out more, you can click the link in the description below. And other than that, Wiktor, thanks so much for your time today, dude. Really appreciate it.
Really appreciate it.